Good morning, Mr. Nolan.
Morning, Your Honor.
Look at him all fancy schmancy.
Yeah. Normally I'd be in the office doing this, but I was up till 4 a.m. with the baby. So to get 2 hours of sleep, this is the only way I could do it. So
I was just gonna ask you because we haven't seen, or I haven't heard a toddler update in quite some time.
he's doing well. Not last night, but vast majority of the time he's great.
How old is he, Shane?
He's about 9.5 months. The day after Thanksgiving, I don't know, for whatever reason, he wouldn't crawl. We couldn't figure out why. He seemed so ready. And then the day after Thanksgiving, it clicked. And all of a sudden now he's already pulling himself up on everything he can get. And I'm pretty sure he'll be walking within the week or two. So
Oh,
incredible how quickly things develop.
well, that's the problem with this rotation. We haven't seen you in so long.
I think this is my last week with you, actually. And then I'm on to
Yeah.
Judge Green.
So Marianne, I don't know what Fred did, but we're back to normal.
Fred's the magician.
That's what I that's what I told somebody. I'm like, I don't even, he tries to explain what he does, but I don't want to know. As long as it's working, it doesn't involve me.
Well, that's another language in my world.
Hey, Mary Ann. Oh, good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Are we ready with Mr. Hernandez?
We are, Your Honor.
This is 22-RP-03706C. This is City of Romulus versus Jonathan Hernandez. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the City of Romulus.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Hernandez, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Hernandez does not speak English. When I talked to him earlier, he had a family member there who was not comfortable translating. However, there is now a friend of the family there who I feel, after speaking with her, is able to translate properly. It's obviously we leave it to the court's discretion about whether or not you'd like to take a plea in this matter.
I would actually prefer to have a certified interpreter available. If we could adjourn this over.
January 5th at 10:20.
At 10:20 and number 3. And is the language Spanish, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll adjourn this show cause arraignment pretrial to January 5th at 10:20 a.m. That will be with Judge Green in courtroom number 3. There's a notation in the file that a Spanish interpreter is needed. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Rose, could you let Mr. Hernandez know we're just going to have another court date and we'll have an interpreter at that next court date on January 5th, please?
You got it. Okay, no aceptan que yo, sea la intérprete. Te van a agarrar una oficial del corte para que te diga todo lo que te dije de nuevo. Enero 5.
Ok.
Se tiene que hacer todo.
¿La hora y el reporte es la misma?
Sí, va a ser lo mismo. It's going to be the same thing through Zoom.
Yes, same way. It'll
Yes.
just be on January 5th.
¿Cuál es la hora? ¿Cuál hora, doña Rosa?
Thank
Sí,
you, Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, you're free to go.
Okay.
Excuse me, what time is the court?
10:20 a.m.
Okay,
en enero 5.
okay, a las 10:30, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
20.
Pero it's going to be through Zoom, correct?
Yes, on Zoom.
Yes,
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
This is 22BL 00656 A, B, and C. These are City of Belleville versus Zachary Sloan. May I have your appearances, please?
Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Rogidala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Sloan, who joins us via Zoom. Your Honor, at this time, for purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute, Your Honor. And we have a plea offer that my client would like to avail himself to.
Mr. Sloan, state your name for the record.
Zachary Sloan.
Thank you. And that offer is what, Mr. Jadala?
Your Honor, Mr. Sloan will be pleading to all 3 counts, and they will all be taken under HIDA, Your Honor, for 18 months.
I'm sorry, for how many months?
For 18 months, Your Honor, I've explained to Mr. Sloan that potentially this could be 9 months, so long as he complies fully with probation.
Mr. Sloan, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, you had the opportunity to talk to Mr. Jadala this morning, and you understand the charges against you and the penalties you face.
Correct.
And after having this conversation with Mr. Jadala, you wish to plead guilty to the minor in possession of tobacco and the drug crime responsible to the minor in possession of alcohol.
Yes.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Correct.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Correct.
And you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty and responsible.
No, ma'am.
You're doing so because you are in fact guilty and responsible.
I mean, it wasn't mine, but I don't really want to go to jail, but it was in my possession, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Sloan, is it true that on September 19, 2022, in the city of Belleville, you were in possession of tobacco products and you understand that you are not of age to be in possession of those products?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it also true that on September 19, 2022, in the city of Belleville, you were in possession of marijuana contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it also true on September 19, 2022, you were in possession of alcohol and you're not of age to be in legal possession of alcohol?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Nolan?
I am, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the tobacco and marijuana charge and responsible to the alcohol, and as previously discussed and agreed by and between the attorneys, your sentence will be delayed for a period of 18 months. Any comments as to fines and to cost in this matter, Mr. Jadala?
Your Honor, Mr. Sloan is desirous of, Your Honor, handling these matters. He's desirous of showing this court that he can abide by all terms and conditions, Your Honor. He is a minor searching for employment, so we'd ask for minimal fines and costs. And we ask if, after some compliance, if potentially this could become a non-reporting probation situation.
Thank you, Mr. Jadala. Mr. Sloan, are you working?
I am.
Where do you work?
I work at the hair station on Main Street. I'm a barber.
How long have you been doing that?
I have been in the shop apprenticing since 9/8/22.
Sir, for the minor in possession, there's a $250. For the minor in possession of alcohol and the possession of marijuana, the court will assess cost of $450 in each file. So long as you comply by making payment of these costs and don't commit any new misdemeanor matters, the files will be administratively reviewed for dismissal.
Can I ask a question, ma'am?
Absolutely, sir.
So my probation hearing, as you said, as long as no misdemeanor matters, right?
Correct.
What was the other condition?
Pay the fines and pay the costs assessed in these matters.
Okay, so if I get like a 5-over ticket or something like that, am I gonna go to jail?
Let's not get a 5-over ticket. How about that?
That's, you know what, that's a great plan, and I like that a lot better. It's just, where
You know what the speed, you know what the speed on Main Street is? You know where they sit. Just drive
I
the speed
do.
limit. Let's do that.
All right, ma'am, I'm sorry.
No worries, Mr. Sloan. Anything else?
No, I believe I got it.
We can do one of two things. You can go back into the clerk's room to talk about a payment plan. You can go online to the court's website and set up a payment plan, submit a request for a payment plan, or call the court's collection department. But
What was
not
the
paying the
first
costs
option?
assessed in these matters will result in a conviction entering.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay, have a good day. Good luck to you, Mr. Sloan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. McMullen,
Yes, ma'am.
good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is 220464OM. This is City of Romulus versus Joseph McMullen.
Yes, Your Honor. David Greco here on behalf of the city.
State your name for me, please, sir. Mr. McMullen,
Yes, ma'am.
state your name for me, please, sir.
Joseph Patrick McMullen.
Thank you. Sir, the way the staff have you labeled indicated that you are waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorneys this morning. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you wish to proceed on your own.
Yes, ma'am.
Today is the day and time set for your show cause, arraignment, and pretrial. Mr. McMullen, you failed to appear previously. What was the reason why you failed to appear?
Well, first, I've never received anything through the mail telling me that I had a appointment appearance or anything. Then when I found out about it, I was in a behavioral recognizance / rehab facility. due to this incident. So I wasn't able to join the meeting or appear
Yes,
on
sir.
the Zoom.
I'm sorry, you've had the chance to speak to the prosecutor this morning?
Yeah, momentarily.
Mr. Greco, how are we proceeding?
We'd like to set this matter for a final pretrial requiring the victim to appear, Your Honor.
Mr. McMullen, what the court will have you do is stand mute to the charges against you. You appeared timely and appropriately this morning, so the court will put a personal bond, 5,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by the court. We'll set the matter for a final pretrial with the notation that the victim complainant must appear. That new date will be
January 5th at 10:30.
January 5th, 2023. Let's write the right number. At 10:30, Mary Ann?
Yes, ma'am.
And that will be, Mr. McMullen, that will be with Judge Green on Zoom. Notice will be mailed to you at the Concord address.
No, they've updated my address.
Okay, if they've updated, whatever you gave the clerk this morning, it'll appear in the file. And that's where they'll mail the notice, January 5th, 10:30, Judge Green, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day, Mr. McMullen.
You too.
Thank you. Is that it?
I don't see anyone on deck for me, so I'm going to step away for a moment. Judge?
Yes, sir.
Shane, could you meet me in your room, please?
No problem.
As soon as Mr. Greco returns.
That's my guy. Matthew Newman. Tim, are you doing two or three?
What,
Selling it or not?
what do you have there? For who? Is that for Hunt or selling?
How you learn this? He jumped up there, hit his back on that table.
This is 2207310 OM, City of Romulus versus Bryant Frost. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
In your honor, respectfully, Sam Rigidala, P 62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Frost. Your Honor, today's the date and time set for a pretrial. We're just respectfully requesting this matter be set for a final pretrial and just respectfully request Mr. Greco to send us over some discovery.
Excuse me. Mr. Frost, state your name for the record.
Bryant Frost.
Thank you. The last time that he was supposed to be here, we didn't do the arraignment because he was having some connection issues. For purposes of arraignment, Mr.
Your Honor,
Jagala.
we'd waive formal reading and standing, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Bond in this matter is set at 5,000 personal. Mr. Frost, you don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by the court and participate in these proceedings. Your final pretrial date will be January 5th, 2023 at
10:30.
10:30, and that will be with Judge Green back on Zoom in courtroom number 3. The notation's been made that discovery is requested. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Judge.
Anything else? Thank you. Mr. Frost, you're free to go, sir. Good luck. Have a good day. January 5th is your next date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take your cap off, please, sir. This is 22BL00827OM. This is City of Belleville versus Thomas Dollarhide. Have your appearances, please.
Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Dollarhide, Your Honor. Mr. Dollarhide, can you state your name for the record, please?
Thomas Dollarhide.
And take your hat off, sir. Please, and thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. How are we proceeding, Mr. Batar?
Your Honor, as to the arraignment, we'll waive a formal reading and stand mute, please. We're asking for a pretrial on January 5th. I've had a chance to talk to Mr. Nolan, the prosecutor on the case. Mr. Nolan, he's going to pay restitution. I guess my plan is, Mr. Nolan, to have him take it to the Belleville PD, if you're okay with that, prior to the next court date, either a money order or cash, and give it to the officer in charge of the case.
That'd be fine with me.
Okay.
What's the restitution amount?
$110.
And Mr. Nolan.
Bond in this matter is set at 1,000 personal. Mr. Dollarhide, you don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear and participate until this matter is resolved. What time on the 5th, Mary Ann?
8:50.
8:50 a.m. on January 5th, 2023. Judge Green in courtroom number 3, back on Zoom. I'm sorry, did I cut you off, Mr. Nolan? Were you saying something else?
I think Mr. Batar was.
Judge, I was just going to say, as part of this workout, hopefully if the restitution is paid by that next court date, Mr. Nolan indicated he would dismiss the case. And Mr. Nolan, I would just ask you to notify the OIC and let them know that Mr. Dollarhide will be coming in to drop off that payment.
Will do.
Thank you.
The other thing, Mr. Dollarhide, is that you owe the court $276 on an unrelated matter. Please contact the court's collection department or go online, make the payment of $276, mail it into the court, bring it into the court, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr.
Anything else,
Batar,
Mr. Nolan?
I was just going to request that the check or the money order be paid to the victim. And I know Dan has the report, so you should have her name.
That's correct. I will, Shane. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dollarhide, you're free to go, sir. Good luck to you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Donaldson?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your client's here. Are you ready, sir?
I am, yes.
This is 22BL007150T. This is City of Belleville versus Ronald Hatmaker. May I have your appearances, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Attorney Russ Donaldson, P number 53660, appear on behalf of Mr. Ronald Hatmaker, who I recognize in Zoom. Your Honor, we had agreed to proceed today with Zoom technology and waive our right to an in-person today.
Thank you. Mr. Hatmaker, state your name for me, sir.
Ronald Gene Hatmaker.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. Mr. Donaldson, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we have reached a resolution. Specifically, if my client were to tender a plea of responsible to the added count or amended count, I'm not sure how this court does it, to double parking, that the original charge would be dismissed with the understanding that my client would have to satisfy fines and costs in the amount of $450.
Mr. Hatmaker, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You had the chance to speak to your attorney about the penalties you face and the charges against you, sir.
Yes.
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor to plead responsible to the added count of double parking, understanding that the misdemeanor will be dismissed.
Yes.
Do you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead responsible?
No.
You're pleading responsible because you are in fact responsible.
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on October 8th, 2022, in the city of Belleville, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Nolan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Donaldson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hatmaker, the court accepts your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking. The original charge of violation of restricted license is dismissed. As previously agreed by the attorneys, the fine in this matter will be $450. Sir, do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
No,
Double parking, 5 days to pay, $450. Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Donaldson?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Hatmaker, good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This is 2103370D. This is City of Romulus versus Daniel Can. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Richardella, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Ken, who joins us via Zoom.
Mr. Can, state your name for me, please, sir.
Daniel Can.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Ken is going to avail himself to the plea to a reduced count of impaired, Your Honor. He would be admitting that he was operating under the influence of prescription medication, Your Honor.
Mr. Can, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. May you put your hand down? Sir, you've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala regarding the charges against you and the penalties you face.
Yes.
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor and plead guilty to the amended count of operating while visibly impaired.
Yes.
Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea in this matter, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
I said you haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on January 21st, 2021, the city of Romulus, you operated a motor vehicle while you were visibly impaired by a prescription drug?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of operating while impaired. The original charge of operating with any presence of drugs is dismissed. This court's policy is to refer these matters to probation. So the probation department will be calling and emailing you. There will be documents for you to complete, interview for you to submit to. They will then make a sentence recommendation, schedule you to return to this courtroom for sentencing. Understood?
Yes.
Anything else in this matter, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Can. Have a good day, sir. I'll see you at your sentencing, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. This is 2202320D. This is City of Romulus versus Harvey. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Dario Harvey.
Mr. Harvey, which attorney did you speak with, sir?
Actually, I didn't get a chance to speak to an attorney yet.
Oh, let's get you back in the right room to meet with one of the court-appointed attorneys, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Mr. Nunley, were you ready with something?
I had a bunch of pre-trials scheduled throughout the morning. I called them and see if they could all come a little early because something popped up on my schedule. I do have one that's scheduled for 10:50. It's a motion, and I believe that Mr. Greco is just dismissing that charge. Any chance we
The
could?
3 Hasley matters?
Yeah.
That's
Mr.
correct,
Greco,
Your
will you
Honor.
waive the appearance of Mr. Hasley?
Yes. I
Yes,
would.
Your Honor.
These are 1922030M, 1922040M, 1922050M. These are all City of Belleville, City of Romulus versus Hasley. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Royce Nunley on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Hasley's appearance has been waived. For the cases recalled, the indication was that Mr. Greco will be dismissing these cases. Is that accurate, sir?
That's correct.
Thank you. These cases are hereby dismissed. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you.
I believe that Sean Clark is also, I see that he's in the clerk waiting room. And I think this was Mr. Nolan's case. He was going to dismiss that one too, but I guess we gotta wait for him.
Yes, sir.
I'm here whenever you want to do that.
Let's let. You said John Cox?
Sean Clark,
Clark.
9:30, I believe.
He's in the MIDC waiting room now. I'll try to move him to the main session. There he is.
Give me one moment. This is 22BL 007140M. This is City of Belleville versus Sean Clark. May I have your appearances, please?
Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Clark, state your name for the record, please.
Sean Clark.
Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding?
I believe this time the prosecutor is willing to dismiss the charge against Mr. Clark.
That is correct.
Case is hereby dismissed. Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Clark, this case has been dismissed, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
This is 22RP 0400OM. This is City of Romulus versus Sarah John Cox. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Sarah John Cox, Your Honor. Ms. John Cox, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, it's Sarah John Cox.
Thank you.
Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. Mr. Batar, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we'll waive a formal reading and stand mute. Then Ms. John Cox is going to take the offer, plead guilty to disorderly person.
Ms. John Cox, raise your right hand for me, please. Ma'am, do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Batar this morning regarding the charges against you and the penalties you face.
Yes.
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor and plead guilty to the added count of being a disorderly person.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promise anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on November 11, 2022, in the city of Romulus, you were a disorderly person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty to being a disorderly person and dismisses the interference with police. Any comments regarding fines and costs, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. John Cox, the court will assess a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 crime victims fee. There's $50 mandatory state cost and $20 fund fee. That's $345, ma'am. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
I need more than 5 days if possible. Yes, Your Honor.
It looks like we have a cashier clerk from the collections department available. We'll get you into a breakout room to speak to them about payment plan on this $345, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you, Ms. John Cox. Please join the breakout room with the collections clerk.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Has someone now spoken to Mr. Harvey?
Yes, Judge, we're ready to proceed.
Thank you. This is 220232OD. This is City of Romulus versus Harvey. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Richardala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Harvey.
And David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute, respectfully request a pre-trial. And a report from Mr. Greco if possible.
Mr. Harvey, state your name for me, please.
Dario Harvey.
There had previously been a warrant issued in this matter. That warrant has been canceled. Mr. Harvey posted a bond. There wasn't actually a bond established. Court set the bond at 5,000 personal. The condition of your bond, Mr. Harvey, is that you not purchase, possess. Could you turn your camera off for me, please, sir? Not purchase, possess, consume any alcoholic beverages during the pendency of this matter. That pretrial date will be
January 5th at 8:50.
January 5th at 8:50. That will be in number 3 with Judge Green. That will be back by Zoom. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Harvey, before you go, you owe the court you have a payment plan with the court, and you have some other matters scheduled for arraignment and pretrial on
On the
December
22nd.
22nd. Yes, thank you, sir. Have a good day. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Gregory? I'm sorry,
Yes.
Mr. Greco.
Yeah. No, I
Mr.
was gonna-
Gregory, this court received in 2109140M, this court received a request from your attorneys to adjourn this matter. Your new court date will be January 5th at 10:20 a.m. That will be with Judge Green in courtroom number 3. The court just received the request to adjourn this morning, so no one must have conveyed that new date to you, sir, but January 5th with Judge Green at 10:20 a.m., okay?
Mr. Gregory, right?
Yes, Mr. Gregory, Mr. Shantez Gregory.
Okay, 10:20 at January 5th.
Yes, sir. Notice will be mailed to you.
Okay.
Have a good day, sir. Mr. Johnson?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful. I love your screensaver.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't seen your client yet this morning. Oh, here he is in our, he's just joining.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Marianne. They'll get him into a clerk's office to verify his phone number and the email address, and then he'll get back out in this main session.
Okay.
Did you need to speak to the prosecutor?
Sure, sure.
I can move him, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Mhm.
And Judge, as soon as Mr. Johnson's client, Mr. Johnson, comes into the main room, we're ready to go.
I'm with you, sir. Mary Ann, you might need to jump in and help with that.
Yep,
I
that's,
see
I'm
that
just,
Carol
you read my
has-
mind.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks.
I'm back.
No,
And
no,
she-
no, no.
Carol could not get Mr. Johnson to connect to his audio. So maybe he's gonna come back.
He's back in. I just brought him back in this main session.
Hello?
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
the clerks need to verify your phone number and email address.
My phone numbers is 734.
No. Sir, my secretary is going to pull you into a breakout room right now and verify that information. As soon as you get back in this main session, your case will be called.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is 2206650D. This is City of Romulus versus Brian Johnson. May I have your appearances, please?
Yes, Your Honor. David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please Honorable Court, Vasco Johnson, P72130 on behalf of Mr. Johnson, present on Zoom.
Mr. Johnson, state your name for me, please, sir.
Brian David Johnson.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. Mr. Johnson, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor. I did speak with brother counsel here. I had some discovery issues, if you will, with regards to the video. I believe they are resolved. So we're just asking for another pretrial date so Mr. Johnson and myself can review that. And I did speak to Mr. Greco about that.
And Your Honor, just the video was produced, just Mr. Johnson was having trouble playing it and now knows how to play it.
Understood. That adjourned pretrial date will be
January 5th at 8:50.
January 5th, 2023 at 8:50 a.m. That will be with Judge Green back on Zoom in courtroom number 3. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Johnson?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, January 5th with Judge Green, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Vassal.
See you.
Hey,
Mr.
Shane.
Nunley, are you with Bill Gibby? Or were you-
Yeah, I just need to talk to Shane for a second if he's got a minute.
Absolutely.
Yep, I'll meet you in my room right now.
Okay.
Good morning. May I have your name, please?
Ronald Battle.
I'm sorry?
Ronald Battle.
It's 920 Ronald Battle, B-A-T-T-L-E, Judge.
Thank you, sir. This is 22RP034690T. This is City of Romulus versus Ronald Battle Jr. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, I would need a breakout room with Mr. Battle. I haven't been able to get in contact with him, so.
Okay. Mr. Battle,
Yes.
you're going to see an invitation to go into the breakout room with Mr. Nunley. Please go there. He will be there momentarily.
Okay.
Thank you. This is two
Dave,
BL 00531 A and B. These are City of Belleville versus Nolan Bell Gibby. May I have your appearances, please?
Apologies. Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant.
State your name, please.
Nolan Bell Gibby.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding?
At this time, my client would like to accept the offer tendered by the prosecutor to plead guilty to disorderly person and driving while license suspended first in exchange for dismissal of resisting and obstructing, driving while license suspended second, and for his waiver of any potential claims against the city of Belleville or any of the officers individually.
Mr. Bell Gibby, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Sir, you have the opportunity to speak with Mr. Nunley regarding the charges against you and the penalties you face.
Yeah.
And after doing so, sir, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor and plead guilty to being, disorderly conduct and driving while license suspended first.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Bell Gibby, is it true that on July the 1st, 2022, in the city of Belleville, you were a disorderly person?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it also true on that July 1st, 2022 date that you were driving while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you also understand that your plea this morning contains the agreement that you are fully and completely releasing and waiving any potential claims against the city of Belleville and its officers for anything that transpired on July 1st, 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Nolan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Your Honor, I did forget to mention that we did agree that this would go under HIDA.
Oh, apologies. That's correct.
For a period of,
Mr. Nolan is 6 months, fine.
I was gonna say 12, but
You said
It's Christmas, buddy.
I just gave him a Christmas gift. Maybe 12?
All right, 12 months.
Okay.
yeah.
for a period of 12 months. Other than that, satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Yes, satisfied, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bell Gibby, this means that you are not to incur any new criminal offenses over the next 12 months. You pay the costs which are assessed by the court. On the driving while license suspended, 300, on the disorderly 100, so $400 over the next 12 months. No new criminal offenses. The matters will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Bill Gibby, other than making the payments and no new criminal offenses, sir, have a good day. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Royce, I don't know where your, I'm sorry, Judge, excuse me. I don't know where your client went.
Mr. Battle, I see him in the clerk's waiting room.
Is he, okay.
Mr. Greco, is there an offer on Mr. Battle?
Yes, it's simply a civil infraction, double parking to pay a fine, $250. And Officer Phelps is going to be zooming in. It's set for a final pretrial, so he's coming in, so.
Okay.
And I talked to him yesterday, so if we can get it done, it'd be good.
Okay.
Yes.
Dan, can I meet you in your breakout room real quick?
Yeah, as soon as I do David Taylor,
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Bitar, because I'm looking for his file.
okay.
Oh, you know what? Never mind, Dan. My client's actually here.
Miss Bowers, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you please join the breakout room?
Yes.
Shane, were you able to verify anything I told you?
This is 22BL007000OD. This is City of Belleville versus David Taylor. May I have your appearances, please?
Daniel Bitar on behalf of Mr. Taylor, Your Honor. Mr. Taylor is on the phone, not on Zoom. Mr. Taylor, can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Thank you. Can you state your name for the record, please?
David Taylor.
Judge, we're asking for another pretrial. Mr. Taylor's been hospitalized since November 24th. He has some serious medical issues. Can we get a date in January, please?
Absolutely. Is that January 5th day too soon, Mr. Bitar?
Mr. Taylor, do you know any possibility of when you'll be out of the hospital?
Right now, I don't know because I was supposed to get out, but my kidneys there is not functioning right, so they still got me here in the hospital.
Judge, let's go
Let's
out
put
past
it on
January
that.
5th, please.
You said what? I'm sorry, Mr. Bitar.
I think we should go out past January 5th, considering what he told me.
That's what I was just starting to say, that we should probably, Mary Ann, that second January date with Judge Green, please.
It's a Belleville case, so it's going to be February 2nd at 9 o'clock.
February 2nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. Back on Zoom with Judge Green in number 3.
Yeah, I should be
Anything
out.
else,
I
Mr.
should be
Bitar?
way out. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
I should be out by then. Way out by then. Yeah.
That's fine. Just make sure you appear on Zoom that day, Mr. Taylor, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Taylor, good luck to you, sir. We'll see you in February.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Uh, Miss Madison, have you spoken to Mr. Nunley this morning?
Yes, I have.
Okay, when he pops back out, we'll get your case called.
Okay.
Mr. Batar, were you ready with something?
No, Judge, I was looking for one of my clients. Mary Ann, do you know where Miss Bowers went?
Let me look here. Yeah, I did see her.
Oh, I see her. No,
There
we
she
don't-
With Carol.
with you.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
The same thing.
Okay. Jane, any update on folks?
Yeah, you want to meet me in my breakout room real quick? I just
Yep.
got off the phone with Mr. Rutherford.
Sure.
Okay.
Ma'am with the red shirt on, what is your name, please? Mr. Martell? Hmm. Mr. Nunley, Mr. Battle is back. Did you ever speak to him?
I did.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
This is 22 RP 03469OT, City of Romulus versus Ronald Battle. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant. At this time, I would be asking for one more adjournment. I do have to check to see, at this time, Mr. Battle is looking for a jury trial. I do have to verify and try to obtain if there's any sort of body worn camera. And Mr. Greco provided me with the written discovery, but we do not have the videos.
Mr. Battle, state your name for the record, please.
Battle. Ronald Battle.
Thank you. The pretrial is adjourned to
January 5th at 10:30.
You know, can we move it out to the next date? Because we're gonna have to see if there's video for this. And it is the holiday, so I want to make sure we have time to get it.
January 17th at 9:10.
January 17th at 9:10. That's in number 3, back on Zoom with Judge Green. Something else, Mr. Greco?
Yes, I do have the officer. It was a final pretrial, like zooming in right now. I did tell Mr. Nunley that. I mean, Royce, is it okay that we don't have the officer show up next time?
Yes, of course.
All right, that's fine. That's it, Your Honor.
Mr. Battle, you're free to go. Your next appearance date is January 17th, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Your Honor, may we
Thank
call
you.
Chiquita Madison? I have another matter that's starting in 2 minutes. She's my last.
That's the one I'm calling right now, sir. This is 22BL00688. A, B, and C. These are City of Belleville versus Chiquita Madison. May I have your appearances, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant. Date and time scheduled for.
State your name, ma'am.
Chiquita Madison.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Mr. Nunley. How are we proceeding?
At this time, my client would like to accept the offer tendered by the prosecutor to pleading guilty to the reduced charge of operating while visibly impaired, responsible to a reduced charge of speeding 1 to 5 over the speed limit, and pleading responsible to the PBT refusal in exchange for dismissal of the original charge.
Ms. Madison, raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am. Do you swear a firm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Ma'am, you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Nunley this morning regarding the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor and plead guilty to the reduced count of operating while visibly impaired
Yes.
and responsible to driving 1 to 5 over and the PBT refusal.
Yes.
You understand that if the court accepts your pleas this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, I understand.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
I understand, yes.
And ma'am, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty and responsible?
No.
You're doing so because you are actually guilty and responsible?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on September 18, 2022, in the city of Belleville, you operated a motor vehicle while you were visibly impaired?
Yes.
Is it also true that on September 18, 2022, you were speeding 1 to 5 over the posted limit?
Yes.
And that on that day, September 18th, you refused to submit to a preliminary breath test?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Nolan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty to operating while visibly impaired, speeding 1 to 5 over, and the PBT refusal. Because this is a driving offense, alcohol or drugs and driving offense, the court will further matter to the probation department for a PSI, ma'am. They will make the sentence recommendation and schedule this matter for you to reappear in this court for your sentence to be imposed. Understood?
Yes.
Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Madison, I'll see you at your sentencing. Have
Thanks.
a good day, ma'am.
Have a good day.
Thank
everybody.
you.
Are we ready on folks? Nope, I don't see Mr. Bitar. Give me a
Yes.
second. attorney pops back. In the meantime, this is 1946680M. This is City of Romulus versus Brittany Curtis Rose. May I have your appearance, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Ma'am, state your name for the record.
Brittany Curtis Rose.
Ma'am, the way the court staff has you identified indicates that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Ma'am, you had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor.
Yes.
Mr. Greco, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we're moving to dismiss this case. I met with Ms. Curtis Rose during the previous pretrial. I did get the report. I've attempted to make contact with the victim on several occasions and I'm able to do so. So we're moving to dismiss.
Any objection to the dismissal, ma'am?
Sorry, say that again.
Any objection to the dismissal?
Oh, no.
This case is dismissed. Your bond will be refunded to you, ma'am, less the administrative fee of $15. Have a good day and good luck to you.
Thank you, you too.
No, Marianne.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Camphor is in with Carol, but that's actually an attorney. Mr. Camphor, did you need to speak to either your client or the prosecutor?
No, thank you. I think we're good. I spoke to them both in the last day or so.
This is 2207270M, the City of Romulus versus Johnson. May, excuse me, may I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darren Canfor on behalf of Ms. Johnson.
Today
Your
is the
Honor.
day and time set for the final pretrial. I'm sorry, Mr. Greco.
That's okay. I interrupt. I was just saying, we're moving to dismiss this case. I spoke with the victim who is no longer interested in pursuing this matter.
Any objection, Mr. Camphor?
No objection, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Johnson, this case is dismissed. Good luck to you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, I see Ms. Perez coming up. We're just waiting for her attorney. It's scheduled for 9:50, so I'm going to go find Sammer for a moment. Be right back.
Thank you. I'll step off to Mr. Oh, wait, Mr. Bitar.
Judge, we're ready on Folks and Bowers.
This is 2200390M, City of Belleville versus Alan Folks. May I have your appearances, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Folks, Your Honor. Mr. Folks, can you state your name for the record, please?
Alan Folks.
Mr. Bitar, how are we proceeding this morning?
Judge, this is a C of O case that's been pending for a long while, I guess I'll say. Mr. Folks is making progress. He has pulled an electrical permit. He's awaiting final inspection on that. Mr. Nolan informs me there's still some other work that needs to be done. Mr. Nolan indicated we should put this out about 90 days with the court's permission, but Mr. Folks is confident he can get most things or everything accomplished within 30 days. So if Shane has no issue with that, we just ask you to set this for a date at least 30 days out.
The issue is that this case has been pending actively on someone's docket since February 17, 2022. And when you appeared on October 20th on the record, we indicated that was the last adjournment. If
Whatever the court would
if
like to
it's
do
your
is,
agreement, if it's your agreement to continue to kick this matter another 30 or 90 days, Mr. Nolan and Mr. Bitar.
Your Honor, I think to be safe, we'll do 60, and I'm confident that this will be the last adjournment, and hopefully everything is accomplished in the interim.
Marianne will get a date that's 2 months out.
How about February 2nd at 9 o'clock?
Is that a normal Belleville date?
Yes. But is it not, is that not what you're showing?
Oh, I assumed it was every third Thursday of the month, unless they're changing it at the beginning of the year.
I think Judge Green has changed just for that one day. I think she may have. I'm showing it on our I'm showing it on our calendar that you're supposed to be here on February 2nd.
Okay. I'm free.
Marianne, I
So
missed the time. February 2nd at what time?
9 o'clock.
At 9 a.m. in number 3, still by Zoom with Judge Green. Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
no, Your Honor, as I told Mr. Bitar, I've asked Mr. Rutherford from the city to give me a list of things that still need to be completed, and I'll relay that to him as soon as I get it.
thank you, Shane.
Anything else, Mr. Bitar?
No, Your Honor, thank you. Mr. Folks,
Thank you.
I'll be in contact with you.
This is 22BL00649 A and B. These are City of Belleville versus Bowers. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Morning, Your Honor. Daniel Bitar on behalf of Ms. Bowers. Ms. Bowers is present on Zoom. Ms. Bowers, can you unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please?
Good morning, Jayana Bowers.
Ms. Bowers, turn your video on for me, please. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial. Mr. Bitar, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Bowers is going to take the offer. She is going to plead guilty to operating while visibly impaired and allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Do I have that right, Shane?
That's correct.
Ms. Bowers?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I think it's my data on my phone that's going slow. It keeps kicking me out in and out. I'm so sorry.
Raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you've had the opportunity to discuss your case this morning with Mr. Bitar, including the charges you face and the penalties against you.
Yes.
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor to plead guilty to operating while visibly impaired and allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
Yes.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And ma'am, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty? Ms. Bowers, are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty? Ms. Bowers, are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on September 11, 2022, in the city of Belleville, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it also true that on September 11, 2022, you operated a vehicle while you were visibly impaired by some intoxicant?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Nolan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your pleas in these matters and will refer the matters to probation for your PSI, which is an interview, and they are the ones that will make the sentence recommendation and get you scheduled to return to this courtroom for sentence to be imposed. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll receive emails and phone calls from them. Please respond so that we can get this matter concluded. You also owe the court $717 and some other matters, ma'am. Please contact the court's collection department to make payment arrangements in these matters, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bowers, good luck to you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Good morning, Mr. Mott.
Good morning.
Do you need to speak to either your client or the prosecutor in these matters?
I would like to speak with Mr. Greco just briefly.
Please join him in his breakout room. I'll be back momentarily.
What's your breakout room?
This is 2206620D. This is City of Romulus versus Perez. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Your Honor, John Mott on behalf of Ms. Perez, who appears via Zoom.
Ma'am, state your name for me, please.
Marcela Perez.
Thank you. Today's the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial. Mr. Mott, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, my client will be pleading no contest to OWI.
For civil purposes, Your Honor. OWI intoxicated down from high BAC.
That's correct.
Ma'am, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear from testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Ma'am, you've had the opportunity to discuss this case with your client, with your attorney, including the charges you face and the possible penalties,
Yes.
and you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor to to enter a no contest plea to the reduced count of operating while impaired.
Yes.
Well,
Your
no,
Honor,
I'm
that's
sorry,
intoxicated.
operating while
Intoxicated.
intoxicated.
Yep.
Operating while intoxicated.
Yes.
And ma'am, you understand that if the court accepts this plea, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to enter a plea this morning.
Correct.
Mr. Mott, you wish to inquire further of your client?
Would you like me to voir dire?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Perez, on or about April 28th, 2022, were you driving your vehicle in the city of Romulus, specifically the area of Van Born and Merriman Roads?
Yes.
Thank you. And were you involved in an accident on that date as well?
Yes.
Prior to driving, did you consume alcohol?
Yes.
What type of alcohol did you consume?
I don't mix drinks.
Okay. And approximately how many did you consume prior to driving?
4 or 5.
And following the accident, you were arrested by officers of Romulus PD, correct?
Correct.
And they eventually drew your blood and returned a result of 0.196. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
Yes, satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes.
Court accepts a no contest plea to the reduced count of operating while intoxicated. Because this is a drinking and driving offense, the matter will be referred to the probation department for a PSI, and they are the ones that will make the sentence recommendation, schedule your sentencing date with the court, Ms. Perez. You will receive phone calls and emails from them. There will be forms for you to complete, an interview to be conducted, and that will be the basis of their sentence recommendation to the court. Based on the fact that there was an accident in this case and the no contest plea being for civil liability purposes, Mr. Greco, are we not expecting a request for restitution from the other driver?
Your Honor, I don't have any notes on that.
Okay, I'm asking because typically I would have the probation department reach out to them to submit that documentation. Mr. Mott, any information or about that issue?
I haven't seen anything in my file as it relates to restitution, nor do I see anything in the police report.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ms. Perez, we'll leave it at probation department being in contact with you to schedule your interview and make the sentence recommendation, okay?
Your Honor, if I may, real quick. I've been waiting, we've been patiently waiting for the sobriety court to get back to us. I've left a few messages to see if she's been admitted. I believe they met yesterday, but I have yet to hear from Ms. Rapp.
I don't see anything in here that was the track she was on.
We adjourned it last time for her to complete an interview for sobriety court, but we haven't received any word as it pertains to that.
And Your Honor, just, sorry, I'll wait for you to look at that. Yeah, so Your Honor, I do want the probation department to contact the victims in this matter. I don't have any notes on it, but the no contest plea is just so there's not an admission of guilt in any civil matter. I don't think it waives any restitution claim by any victims. If there are any for, it's usually deductibles and mini torts stuff.
I'll make a notation on the ROA for Ms. Rapp to follow up. Additionally, for the probation department to send restitution request letters to the other drivers in these matters. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Mott?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Perez, I'll see you back for sentencing, ma'am. Good luck to you. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Bowditch, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How may I help you this morning?
I'm supposed to be on, Your Honor, at 9:50 with
LaShore.
Akima LaShore.
Yes.
I've been speaking with him constantly. I'm hoping that he is in some form of Zoom room so I can speak with him again.
I'm not seeing him this morning. We're just a little past the scheduled start time.
It does look like he's in the MIDC waiting room, I think.
Thank you, Mr. Greco. Then Mr. Bowditch, put yourself in there and have a chat with Mr. LaShore.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dave, I'm on an iPad. Could you facilitate? Are you a co-host?
Well, what do you want me to do, Jeff?
I just, I'm not sure.
You're a co-host, Mr. Bowditch. You can move yourself.
Your Honor, I'm on a machine that doesn't make me be a co-host.
Let's get you moved then.
I'll get him.
I
got it. I moved him.
I got it.
Thank you. This is 22BL00718C. This is City of Belleville versus Franklin Atkinson. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 o'clock. It's now 9:56 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. This is 22RP 04962OM. This is City of Romulus versus Adam Lee Romrauer. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 o'clock. It's now 9:57 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. This is 22BL00269BOT. This is City of Belleville versus Elijah Evans Campbell. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 o'clock. It's now 9:57 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. These are 22 RP 03673 A and B. These are City of Romulus versus Alan John Cook. These matters were scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It's now 9:58 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Second failure to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. This is 22 RP 03558 OM. This is City of Romulus versus Valentine Ferraru. This matter is scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 8 o'clock. It's now 9:59 a.m. by the court's clock. This defendant has a failure of appearing on matters in this court. There are already 2 warrants for his arrest. This court will enter bench warrant in this matter, 5,010%. This is 22 RP 03472OT. This is City of Romulus versus Denise Marie Hightower. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 o'clock. It's now 10 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. This being the second failure to appear in this matter, bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. This is 22R008586OM, City of Romulus versus Michael Hoffman. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It's now 10:01 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear for the second time in this matter, bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. This is 22 RP 03516B, City of Romulus versus Janae Cersey. It's a matter scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It's now 10:01 by this court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Again, in this case, has a failure to appear history with this court. Bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. This is 22 BL 00442B. This is City of Belleville versus Kenneth Valdeva Lopez. This matter was Lopez. This matter is scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It's now 10:02 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear in this matter, bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. These are 22BL00789, A, B, C, D, and E. These matters are City of Belleville versus Austin Farmer. Matters were scheduled at 8:30 a.m. It's now 10:03 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Show cause will issue in the A, B, and E matters. The C and D matters will be deemed in default. This is 220582OM. This is City of Romulus versus Hakima LaShore. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. LaJour. Hakima, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
I'm Hakima LaShore.
Thank you. Your Honor, we've had a chance to pre-try this case. I think it was a final pre-trial today. We have had a chance to do the final pre-trial. At this time, Mr. LaJour wishes to plead no contest to the charge of the disorderly person, with the understanding the matter would be taken under statute 771 for a period of 1 year. If Mr. LaJour complies with all the court's wishes, the court at that time could consider dismissing the case.
And just one thing more specifically, Your Honor, is that Mr. LaSour is to have no contact with the victim's neighbors in this case, which is Jerry Goodman, Marianne Goodman, or Erica Sutton, and stay away from their property.
Your Honor, Mr. LaJour moved in September. He's no longer in the neighborhood.
Can I say something?
Not quite yet, sir. I got the names of Erica Sutton and Marianne Goodman. I missed the other name.
Jerry Goodman.
Thank you.
And
Mr. LaSour, go ahead, Mr. Greco.
Your Honor, I apologize. Those are the specific names in the report, but it's stay away from the property where they live. He knows.
Mr. LaJour, this is a no contest. I would prefer that you didn't say anything. You could talk to me later if you wish.
Okay.
Mr. LaSour, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Thank you. Put your hand down, please. Sir, you have the opportunity to discuss this case with Mr. Bowditch, including the charges against you and the penalties you face. Sir,
Yes.
you've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Bowditch about the charges against you and the penalties you face. That's a question.
Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
And after doing so, you wish to enter a
Justice.
plea of no contest to the disorderly person charge.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Sorry, it keeps kicking me out and then reconnecting.
No worries. My question is, are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead in this matter?
No, ma'am.
And sir, on June 22nd, 2022, in the city of Romulus, County, Wayne, state of Michigan, you were a disorderly person?
Your Honor, no contest.
I'm sorry.
Don't answer that. We would let the court use the citation to satisfy.
I'm sorry, the court's to rely on the police report in the file for the no contest plea.
Yes, Your Honor. I didn't know if it was available to you.
The police report indicates that on June 22nd, 2022, the police were summoned to the property responding to some yelling and invitations to engage in a fight. Mr. LaShure, you wish the court to rely on the police report for your no contest plea?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that part of your plea this morning involves you agreeing to have no contact with Erica Sutton, Marianne Goodman, and Jerry Goodman,
Yes, ma'am.
and that you are not to return to the property located on Michelle in the city of Romulus? You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Or any properties where the three people that I just named live? You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court will also impose costs of $200. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, we can put you in with the court's collection department to set up a payment plan. You are to.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Since this matter is delayed for a period of 12 months, sir, you are to incur no new criminal offenses. That means no new misdemeanors in the state of Michigan. The court will review the matter administratively for dismissal upon the expiration of that time period and the payment of your costs in this matter. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. LaShure, we'll get you into a room with the collections department, sir, but good luck to you. Have a good day. Ms. Goodman, thank you for your patience this morning, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. LaShure, you have questions, you know how to contact. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That completes my responsibilities, Your Honor.
It does. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Oh, right.
Sir, you should see an invitation to join the breakout room. If you can click on that, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These are 22BL00816 A and B. These are City of Belleville versus Rashonda Turrentine. These matters were scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:30. It's now 10:13 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, the A file will be deemed in default. Show cause will issue in the B file. These are 22BL00814 A, B, and C. These are City of Belleville versus Sammy Abdalatif, ABDELLATIF. These matters were scheduled for arraignment, pretrial, and pre-hearing at 8:40. It's now 10:14 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear as directed by the court, show cause shall issue in the A file. The B and C files will be deemed in default. This is 22RP03138OM. This is City of Romulus versus Natalie Turner. This matter was scheduled this morning at 8:40 a.m. for arraignment pretrial. It is now 10:15 by the court's clock. This file is already in warrant status. The court will leave it so. This is 22BL00852OT. This is City of Belleville versus Jerry Allen Donovan. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9 a.m. It's now 10:16 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Show cause. Matter will be set for show cause. Mr. Greco, yes.
Nothing, Your Honor. It doesn't look like we have anything until we have our trials, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'll see you then, sir.
Okay, very good. All right, Judge.
This is 194983 OM. This is City of Belleville versus Shannon Johnson. This matter was scheduled for pretrial at 9:15. It's now 10:17 by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Matter will be set for show cause. This is 20RP05188OM. This is City of Romulus versus Nicholas Maury. This matter was scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 9:15. It's now 10:17 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Defendant was handed a notice by the police department on December 2nd. Matter will be set for show cause. This is 210905 OD. City of Romulus versus Britton Greenwalk. This matter was scheduled for pretrial at 9:30. It's now 10:18 by this court's clock. Defendant was handed the notice to appear at the court clerk's counter on November 28th. Yes, Mr. Batar.
Hey, Judge. Oh, just coming in to see you guys. We're hanging out and not doing anything, so
I saw you all hanging out. I was gonna come in there, but
you're more than welcome. You should have joined us. We were just talking about kids in school and sick. My kids have been sick since September.
Yeah.
Shane, that's what you have to look forward to, Shane, with your baby.
Can't wait.
no one else has appeared. I'm just doing the show causes and bench warrants. We don't have anything scheduled until, oh, Mr. Mays at 11 o'clock. Oh. Okay.
I think you have a trial with Sammer.
Yes, I will be seeing you shortly, Judge. I'll see you by 11:30.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
All right, I guess I'll take off as well, if that's okay with you, Judge.
Absolutely, Mr. Batar. Take care, sir.
Thank you. Take care. Mary Ann, take care. Shane and Dave, take it easy.
See you
Likewise.
again.
We were in the middle of of Mr. Greenwalt, who was handed a notice to appear back on November 28th and has failed to appear this morning. I don't understand that. We did Perez. Stall. 1742010M, City of Romulus versus John Stahl. This matter was scheduled for pretrial at 9:50. It's now 10:20 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Matter will be set for show cause. Marianne, I think that's it until 11 o'clock.
Mr. McKay, do you still live at the same address? Wait, you're muted. Okay. Do you still live at the same address?
Yes, I do.
And your phone number and email are the same?
Yes, everything's the same.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Mays.
Yeah, he'll get his. I gotta take Mr. Sick to
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Great. Hey, do you need to speak with Mr. Nolan?
I do, please.
Okay, Shane, there you are. Okay.
Bill, I'll pull you into my room.
Mr. Mays, are you ready?
We are.
Mr. Nolan? Okay, thank you.
This is 22BL00312 A and B. These are City of Belleville versus Tyler Boyd. May I have your appearances, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Shane O on behalf of the city of Belleville.
And good morning, Your Honor. William Mays on behalf of Mr. Boyd. Mr. Boyd, state your name for the record, please.
Tyler Boyd.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Mr. Mays, how we,
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much. So I received the supplemental discovery that the prosecutor had, that we had requested from the prosecutor. I was able to analyze that data. Based upon that data, we're going to ask for this matter to be set for a motion hearing to suppress the data master. As a preliminary matter, what I've outlined to the prosecutor is that the XML data reveals that the prosecutor, or that the police indicated that they started to observe Mr. Boyd at 22:01 hours, which is 20 minutes before he was actually arrested, and began entering the data just 2 minutes before they breath tested him later on, as opposed to 15 minutes. And the prosecutors indicated to me that even though we requested it, they destroyed video recordings of the actual breath test being done. So we're going to be asking that the data master be suppressed unless the prosecutor wants to stipulate.
Mr. Nolan,
Yes, Your Honor.
any response?
Not right now. I assume Mr. Mays would be filing a written motion. I'd have to go back and look at the data myself, to be honest.
No worries. Mr. Mays, how long will it take you to get your motion filed?
2 weeks, if you would, please.
2 weeks, and then Mr. Nolan has the opportunity to respond. Marianne, is that the February 2nd date or is that another date?
The February 2nd.
Is it possible to kick that out another 2 weeks or the only reason I ask that or make that request is I've got a vacation scheduled for a week at the end of January.
It's fine. We'll put it on the next Belleville date after that.
Okay.
February 16th. That's what.
Sounds good.
That's a Judge Green day, so I don't know what time you want to make
It's
that.
a judge, it goes with Judge Green.
Oh, it's the motion and everything? Okay. Then.
That'll work.
11 o'clock.
Sure, that'll work. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Mays, in this matter?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Boyd, your next appearance date is on February 16th at 11 a.m. with Judge Green. Have a good day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. This is 22BL005020D. This is City of Belleville versus Chris McKay. Your appearances, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Shane Nolan on behalf of the City of Belleville.
And good morning, Your Honor. William Mays on behalf of Mr. McKay. Mr. McKay, state your name, please.
Chris McKay.
Thank you. Mr. Mays, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, the prosecutor and I had an opportunity to discuss this. Similar to Mr. Boyd's case, we had requested XML data. That data was provided earlier this week on, I think it was Monday that we received it. The XML data that was provided by the prosecutors for a different person, a Mr. McQueen, who I coincidentally looked up to see if he'd been charged, and sure enough, he had. Here in 34th District Court, took a plea or something like that, but it's not Mr. McKay's data. So the prosecutor apologized. He said he's going to get me the corrected information.
We'll adjourn it over to, do you want that same date, that 16th, or do you want a different date for this case?
I'll leave it up to you and the prosecutor.
I think February 16th would be good for me. These cases have been tracking together all along, so.
Yeah.
Mary Ann, would that be back at 11?
Sure.
Mr. McKay, your next court day will be February 16, 2023 at 11 a.m. with Judge Green in number 3. Anything else, Mr. Nolan?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Mays?
No, Your Honor. Have a great holiday if I don't see you before then.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Thank you.
Have a
This
good
is
day,
a
Your Honor.
recall of, thank you, sir. This is a recall of 22BL0086816 A and B. These are City of Belleville versus Turrentine.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shane Nolan on behalf of the City of Belleville.
Unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please.
Hi, Your Honor, Rashonda Turrentine.
Your cases were scheduled this morning at 8:30. They were called at 10:13. Is there a reason why you weren't in court on time?
I overslept, Your Honor. My phone was dead.
There is no court-appointed attorney here any longer. Were you looking for the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning?
No.
Mr. Nolan, have you spoken to this defendant?
I have not, but I have spoken with the officer, and given the circumstances, I'm not making a plea offer at this time. I would ask the defendant, please straight up.
Today is the day and time set for the arraignment in this matter, ma'am. You're being charged with being a disorderly person, the misdemeanor, and then the prohibited parking, which is a civil infraction. How do you wish to proceed this morning?
Not guilty.
Court enters a not guilty plea, sets your bond in this matter. at 5,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear
Mhm.
as directed by the court until this matter is resolved in its entirety.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your court date, your next court date for your pretrial will be
January 5th at 10:40.
Okay,
pretrial will
thank
be
you, Your Honor.
January 5th, 2023 at 10:40 a.m. That will be with Judge Green in courtroom number 3 on Zoom. Notice will be mailed to you at the address on Edison Avenue. Anything else, ma'am?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You as well. And happy holidays.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Mr. Nolan, is that it for you, I believe?
I hope so, but I'm not sure there are any others
That's
outstanding.
no, I just checked the remaining 3 files. Those are Romulus files.
Okay, I will take off then.
Thank you.
Uh,
Have a good day.
happy holidays.
And Judge, I believe the rest of my matters are live in person, so I'm gonna sign off, I think. Unless it's, unless Holiday is, I know my 11:30 trial's in person, but I don't know if Holiday is the motion hearing. Maybe I should just stay on in case Mr. Holiday zooms in.
It doesn't matter. We could do it with you being in here or out there.
Okay, okay,
But I'll leave it up in case he does come by Zoom.
okay, very good. Okay, all
Thank you.
right, thank you, Judge.
Morning, officer.
Good morning.
Hi, what case are you here for? Oh. Are you gonna keep your Zoom up? I can. Okay. Well, I don't know what this officer is here for. I'll leave it up. Okay. You have a damn. Officer,
Yes,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, thanks. You're here for Zero Holiday?
Yes.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
You want to do all right? All right.
No, we don't need to do all that.
All right.
Well, now that your Outlook is working, Mariah should be able to add you. Huh? No, because if she sends it to you, it will be, hi. So I've been working on higher air, and I'm convinced. And it's surprisingly hard to have people explain to you how you get rid of 500 pounds of marijuana. They have a lot of questions. Well, at least Detroit police did, so. This is 2206700OM. This is City of Romulus versus Williams. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Mercadal, 186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Williams.
Today's the day and time scheduled for the live bench trial on this matter. We're scheduled at 11:30. It's now 11:46 by this court's clock. This court has left the Zoom up for the possibility that Ms. Williams misunderstood and was appearing virtually instead of in person. Have you had any communication with her, sir?
The last communication I had with her was perhaps 2 weeks ago. I know she knows about today's date and the nature of today's date being in person. I have no reason for an appearance at this time.
Sir,
And Your Honor, we are ready to proceed. The victims are here and an independent witness, so we're ready to proceed with trial. And I have not heard from Ms. Williams either.
Mr. Jadala, based on your client's failure to appear for this duly scheduled trial, she was present on November 17th when we scheduled it. Court will issue a bench warrant for her, 5,000, 10%. Should she present herself to the court in the next 24 hours, we will reset this matter. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala? Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Happy holidays if I don't see you guys.
Same to you, sir. We also have Mr. Greco. This is 22R008584ON. This is city, it says state of Michigan, but that can't be right. Versus Gerald Holiday. This was a continued hearing. Was scheduled for 11:30. It's now 11:47 by this court's clock. Officer Lukowski is on Zoom. Ms. Webb, yes.
Yes, they sent me the letter on behalf of Mr. Holiday because I bought the property.
Oh.
Ms. Webb, have you been in communication with the prosecutor for the city of Romulus?
Yes, ma'am, multiple times, and I haven't gotten any resolve with this man about getting the stuff off the property. I offered him
Ma'am,
to.
No. My question was, have you been in communication with the prosecutor?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just got this in the mail.
That's okay.
I'm so
I
sorry.
knew you didn't understand my question.
Yeah, so sorry.
Do you want her phone number or some other way to access her?
Definitely. We've been
Miss-
trying to contact her.
Ms. Webb, right now, this court is streaming our proceedings on YouTube. So what I will do is let me stop our streaming